So, you might have been expecting a Vanitas video today, but that ain't happening. Instead, we're going to... what mode should we be playing on? Let's go for standard mode. Instead, we're going to start up a new Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix randomizer run. This time with the Garden of Assemblage, which means that we have a slightly different goal. We don't necessarily play every world in the game. We're just going to go through every world, and what our goal is finding all three of the proofs. That's the proof of non-existence, the proof of... the things that give you crowns, right? That is going to be our main goal. Finding all three, which that then allows us to fight Xemnas. Will we be doing any content other than what we absolutely necessarily have to do? Maybe. Maybe we will. I have randomized the bosses as well, which is not advisable, but it's fun. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And there's a couple of patches that I could have applied, like you'll see right here. I don't actually have the icons for the worlds in here. What I do have is 2 more chests to open. I have already opened these chests, so I'm sorry, I know what's in these. And as such, the reaction for this is going to be significantly less interesting. I needed to test if things were randomized, and I accidentally found the decisive pumpkin. So let's take a look at the items, because the stats should also be changed. Oh. As well as the abilities, of course. So, the decisive pumpkin is not... oh, not even that good. Oh my god. It's actually just straight up bad. Goldwing, however, is amazing. MP Hastigar, which we don't have magic yet, but sure. But also 6 strength. We're going to definitely be equipping the Goldwing. So, there's going to be our Keyblade to go. And let me make a save file right away. Because what I found out is that if you go through, we usually go to like the rest of Hollow Bastion or Radiant Garden, depending on if you've completed the game already, at the backside here, that leads to Atlantica. I do wonder if this door also leads somewhere. So let's try to figure that out. Maybe that crashes the game, but I'm very curious. That leads to 100-acre wood. Huh. We're never going to be returning there, because I don't give a crap. So, how are we going to do this? Because we obviously, we can jump into really any one of these. So what we're going to do, as just a let's see what ends up happening, is we're going to go to random.org, and I probably should have made a screen capture for this, but I forgot to do that. So... and we're going to go 1 through 13, which is number 6. Which one is number 6? I think that might be, let's see, that's 13. So that's 12, 10, 8, 6. Is it Zaxian? Let's fight. This does not lead to Zaxian. Don't you worry. This leads to Olympus Colosseum. That's going to be the first thing we do. Am I going to do one world an episode like I have done in the past? Like for Birth by Sleep, and even for the Vanitas series, and to a certain extent I think I also did that for the randomizer. No. No, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up doing half-an-hour episodes. If we run into any particularly difficult boss fights, which we might in this case, because we're in Olympus Colosseum with literally like nothing. We have nothing. We have Goldwing, which is a bit of an advantage. We also have an experience multiplier, I should point out. We also got the Struggle Trophy, yeah. Oh my... oh my... okay. We're getting levels really quickly because, number 1, we're under-leveled, and number 2, I set the XP multiplier for everything, including forms, and also... wow. And also Sora himself to 3. So we should be getting levels fairly quickly, which I mostly did because I was afraid I was going to get thrown into the world I never was. First try. It seems like Sora actually gets a experience multiplier, while Donald and Goofy do not. But let's take a look at we have no abilities. That's less than ideal. But what we do have is a bunch of Disney weapons, a Orichalcum, a poster, and a struggle trophy. This is gonna be a good run. I can feel it. This is gonna be a good run. I don't exactly know why the aspect ratio keeps changing for the cutscenes. That might have something to do with the fact that I had to reinstall my emulator because maybe I didn't, but I was just thoroughly confused and things didn't seem to be working. I don't think this specific like mod, cheat, pack, whatever you like to call it, works with the emulator you need to use to play the Vanitas mod, which is really a shame because I accidentally, and that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit, I accidentally kind of destroyed the installation I had for the Vanitas mod, so if I wanted to continue that, which I probably don't at this point, I'd have to reinstall the entire thing and play through the entire first half of the game again before the next upload, which is like 4 days from now as I'm recording this. Is that possible? Yeah. Is it likely that I want to actually do that? No. No, it is not. Unlike in the Vanitas mod though, I am encouraged to go ahead and check out literally every chest on the map because everything could have the ultimate weapon. Or something much better than the ultimate weapon. Everything could have a cure element in it. I don't know that that is true, necessarily speaking. I don't know if magic can be in small chests. I seem to remember something about magic only appearing in large chests last time I did this. There are some differences between me doing this now and the last time I did this, I should point out. And that is that I actually used a separate tool, separate website to generate a seed for it, meaning that it in theory I think has like a little bit more logic behind it, knowing which bosses not to spawn in certain locations, so it should break less. And as a result of that, we already got a promise charm, which I think is what we need to go to the end of it. Hold on. A charm from Kyrie, it represents her wish to meet Sora again, no matter how far apart they are. I thought that was what you need to get to the end of the game. Okay, Ultimate Weapon, welcome to the team. What are your stats like? You have second chance, you're definitely getting equipped. I don't give a crap. You have second chance as your ability. You are going to be my Keyblade. First episode, we got Ultimate Weapon with second chance on it. This is why I love the randomizer. Yeah, I'm also playing this at a bit of a higher resolution. We might go back to recording this in 720p, but I figured I've been doing these Kingdom Hearts 2 videos in 720p for a while, and I figured let's just try out 1080p, because by all accounts my computer should be able to run that, and it seems to be lagging a little bit occasionally, but not too much, so we're probably going to keep it at 1080p, because it's a bit choppy. It is. I still can't get over the fact that we're not even 10 minutes in and we got Ultimate Weapon. We went into the exact right word for that. The downside to that is going to be that giving up Ultimate Weapon at any given point means that we won't have second chance anymore, and that's gonna suck real bad. Can I make a bit of a I can't find the word. I have to admit something, that's what I want to say. I don't know what second chance and once more separate from each other do. I only know that if you have them both, you can infinitely remain at 1 HP as long as you are still in a combo of getting hit. I don't know which one of those does which part of that. Also, Cosmic Art, yes please. I know that is the end result of having both. I have one of the two, I don't know. I really have no idea what that actually does for me. It's a big chest, which is always exciting, because it might give me something not very useful. Of course it doesn't. A lucid set. I'm gonna pull up in a moment the map, or not the map, the website I used to make this scene, because it said something about the promise charm and I already forgot what it is. And I'm also really annoyed that I do not have dodge roll or quick run. Mostly because I've been playing endgame stuff a lot. Obviously, I mid-game for the Vanitas mod, but Vanitas has a lot of mobility as is. And of course, I was nearing, and well, actually, if you're watching this, we already finished the entirety of Birth by Sleep, so we were in the end game there as well. So being early game again with the early game movement options for Kingdom Hearts 2 is a bit rough. It is, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. As we go up here, I do still have the document up here somewhere. I just ran past some enemies, didn't I? Probably should be paying attention while fighting the enemies. I feel like my defense stat actually is really good. I'm gonna check my stats in a moment because the stats itself, like Sora's base stats also have been randomized. Everything has been randomized. I got a Blizzard boost. I don't have Blizzard yet. It's real nice of you to give me that, but that is tiny bit useless. Tiny bit useless. I don't think I've ever seen Ultimate Weapon deal these, like, short of a combo. Because obviously, normally when you get Ultimate Weapon, it's the end of the game, and your combos are insane. This is just a basic, like, 3 or 4 hit combo with Ultimate Weapon. I think I've literally never seen that. Huh. Something to think. Okay, let's go fight Hades. Meanwhile, let's randomizer. My stuff is going wrong. Very wrong. Maybe I'll just do this off screen. Maybe that's a better idea. That's definitely a better idea. Oh, there we go. I found it. What do we do here again? Do we just, like, hit him for a combo? I think that's what we do. Let's see. This is include game settings, promise charm. Item that lets you skip the world never was if you have all 3 proofs. So we now have the promise charm, which we got very early on, but we still need all 3 proofs. So this is not going to be a 1-episode series. As hilarious as that would be, it won't be. I remember this being a very big deal when playing as Vanitas, but then again, I didn't have Auron with me, and Auron is an absolute beast, so we're probably gonna finish... Also, we maybe didn't have Bat Cry, because that was real powerful. We're probably gonna finish this section being like level 20. Give me that high potion I found earlier. Thank you. So... this is not that difficult so far, which is fairly surprising. I am playing on standard mode because things are still going to be very... Hold on, is Hades not classified as a boss because he didn't get... I don't think any of the enemies are getting randomized, by the way. I think it's just the bosses and the items. The enemies themselves aren't getting randomized? Is that true? That might be true. Bushido, I don't give a shit. I'm about to die. I need some. Wrong. Where are we? There. I don't know what just happened. I need to be healed. Donald, thank you. Auron also works. I don't care who heals me. Just somebody has to heal me. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these are not randomized enemies. Are they? I'm second guessing myself. I am fairly certain that these Lance Tugs actually are the right enemies to be here. And so far, I think we've only been fighting enemies that we're supposed to be fighting. I've just not known. Somebody here! You know what? Once more didn't really help me out there. You know what's gonna help me out? Hitting harder. That's gonna help me out a lot. So we're gonna use a gold wing here. Because it's got a... well, I don't want to say frankly insane, because 6 is not insane, but we're very early on in the game. So let's take a look at our stats, which at the moment are 16, 13 and 6. So my defensive stat is actually not that high. That's just the damage you take on standard mode, which I Haven't been used to because I've been playing everything on critical mode lately. So standard mode is just ridiculously easy. Probably also should just be taking out some enemies here for a bit of experience. And yeah, I should, because... Man, these enemies really... Okay, so that did actually deal a bit of damage. Yeah, maybe I should have been at least playing on proud mode. Then again, bosses are going to be randomized, and that could potentially be a real big deal. I want to reserve the right, by the way, that if at any point in time I get stuck on a boss because the lingering will shows up or something, because I think that is a possibility, as well as a lot of data fights. If that happens, I do want to reserve the right to just back out of the world and go into a different world to see if maybe... The thing is, there's a real small chance that once we actually get to the boss fight in any given world, that we'll need anything else from that world. Because at that point we'll have access to most of the chests, and most of the boss fights won't, like... Will only give you one reward, usually. Maybe 2 rewards. The chance of one of the proofs being locked behind a boss fight, especially a difficult boss fight, and that is totally my fault, is fairly low. So if we get stuck in a boss fight, it's probably better to just back out and try to get that proof somewhere else, you know? And then if we still don't have it by the end of the game, we just go through all the worlds again, beat all the bosses we didn't beat before, and that way we can still get the proofs. Our main goal isn't to beat every world. That's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. At least that's what the document said. I have no idea. I'm just kind of jumping into this blindly. I've never done Garden of Assemblage before, the mod. It's the first time I'm doing it, but it seemed really, really fun. And it also seemed to go well with Randomizer. There's like a built-in like randomizer build for the Garden of Assemblage. So please don't be dangerous anymore. You can go die. Maybe I just need to get cure first. This is real. Remember when I said this isn't actually that difficult yet? Yeah, let me take that back. Because, yeah, no, this is actually fairly difficult, and I'm very happy that I'm not playing on critical mode. I'm sure eventually the difficulty is going to balance out to the point where it's laughably easy, because I'm playing on standard mode. But I need the standard mode this early in the game. I'm using potions to heal up from damage from normal enemies. That's a point we're at this point. I need to use potions to survive normal enemy gauntlets, which is ridiculous and shameful, honestly. But that's where we're at. I'm tempted to just go back, because I think, yeah, I'll do that. Just for the little bit of experience we got, which was like 2.5 levels worth, so it's more than a little bit. But also to heal up a little bit, and I think after I go back into this map, the enemies will not respawn. Because I think you need to go 2 maps away for the enemies to reset in any given map. And there is a save point right here, so I can just get everybody's HP back up and then walk safely into Hades' room. And that way, if I die, when I die, again, I won't have to refight all of these enemies every single time. That seems like the best course of action here, right? So now that everybody knows what the series is going to look like, it's probably going to be a 4 times a week upload schedule. It's going to replace the uploads I had for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and also the Vanitas mod, because, as I mentioned, I kind of broke that by accident. So this is replacing that, but I wanted to. You see, having a series that only uploads once a week is kind of stupid. I think. Because that's way too few uploads. That means that a series that has like 12 episodes takes 3 months to finish. And the Kingdom Hearts randomizer we did initially had like 25 episodes. That like took half a year to finish. That's way too long. Then again, maybe that is the reason those videos actually like got a decent amount of views, because people were like, oh, I haven't seen the last few episodes. I don't want to watch this one yet. Spoiler, these videos are kind of like independent of each other. Yeah, they are the same save file, and yeah, they build a little bit upon each other because like you have items, you have abilities. But it's mostly about the moment-to-moment gameplay, you know? So I do really feel like doing this 4 times a week, I'm pretty much going all in. I'm pretty much going all in on... Oh no, heal me, heal me. That's not enough healing. Oren, the fuck are you doing? That was definitely not enough healing. I don't know why Sora isn't doing anything, but sure. We got 22 hits. And this surely will kill all of the enemies, right? It didn't kill one of the shadows. Oh, that's bad time for me. I don't know who healed me, but thank you. The path is open, keep moving. I'd very much love to, but Hades is being a bit of a bitch. Okay. So far, so good, right? We can Bushido again. As soon as Orange shows up, that is. Bushido, that's the most reliable way for me to deal damage. I also do need to fight Cerberus, which probably... Oh, actually, no. Cerberus is definitely going to be randomized. Well, not definitely, because I'm starting to think that maybe enemies just didn't get randomized, period. I'm not entirely sure, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, yeah, there's a second wave here. I forgot about the second wave. The second wave is not a good time for me. The large body is kind of the scariest thing here, I think. But as long as I stay in air a lot, that shouldn't be that big of a deal. Now he's the last enemy left. I don't have scan. I literally just noticed that I don't have scan. That took me. And that's it. That took me 20 minutes to realize that I do not have scan. I mean, of course I don't. That makes sense. But it took me a little while to notice. Yeah, the absent silhouettes seem to not show up? Question mark, maybe? I doubt that this is randomized, but let's give it a look. Yeah, that's not randomized. Also, I'm broke, so I'm not going to get Donald and Goofy any weapons for the time being. Okay, onto the first boss fight. Slowly but surely. Seeing if it's actually still Cerberus, or maybe not. Maybe it won't be. It'll probably not be. Because I'm fairly certain I enabled boss randomization. I'm assuming, by the way, that the normal enemies don't get randomized for the exact reason that I had with the first randomizer. Well, it's the second randomizer I did. But the first randomizer I did recently. That sentence doesn't make a lot of sense. And that is, there's a lot of places in this game where just like a couple of Heartless show up as like a story fight. And sometimes when Heartless get randomized, they like don't spawn or they spawn out of bounds and you can't kill them as a result of that. And you get soft locked. I'm assuming that is the reason. Let's see what the boss fight is. It's Zaldin! I wonder which Zaldin it is. I guess we're about to find out. I guess we have Mickey. Okay, Mickey has scan. It's normal Zaldin. It's good to know. Mickey has scan. Okay. So, is Cerberus usually... I always get to this when we play a randomizer, right? But is Cerberus usually a fight where you can trigger Mickey or... we're gonna do this again, right? We're going to just play as Mickey until we're powerful enough as Sora. Because that kind of works for me, honestly. Yeah, so... I know Zaldin, I think, usually is a fight where Mickey can show up. But is Cerberus one as well? I don't think Cerberus would be one of them. So, presumably the Mickey trigger is decided by... Let me just deal a lot of damage to you, please. Presumably the Mickey trigger is decided by the actual boss entity present and not the arena. Which is something you don't really think about too much usually. This is the first time I've actually managed to dodge that attack, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, healing light. We're going back to Sora. Sora, I did as much as I could as Mickey. You better not fuck this up now. Bushido might actually do something halfway decent here. I don't know if we're dealing damage at all. I don't think we are. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think we're dealing damage to Zaldin at all. Yeah, we can't really like deal with Zaldin at all. Let's jump once. Right? Maybe we can do a thing? We don't even have block. We don't even have block. Please, Mickey, show up again. Mickey, you're a hero! Oh, Sora actually did like an entire HP bar worth of damage. That is honestly impressive. So this series, for the time being, will be known as Kingdom Hearts 2 playing as Mickey. That would be interesting. There's certainly got to be a mod for that, right? Where you can just play the entire game as Mickey and Mickey just champs through his DM. Well, I don't want to necessarily say he champs through the DM move, but he doesn't instantly die, unlike Sora when he gets, like, tapped on the shoulder. So, that's a start, certainly. I can decharge. Okay, Sora, do not die. Immediately dies. Mickey, again! Mickey, again! I don't know if that's supposed to be the case, but it's kind of hilarious. Yeah, I don't think Mickey can actually finish the fight. I think you need to finish the fight as Sora. Yeah, you do. So at this point, it's just decharging until he either kills me or I can move back to Sora. And then I just need to finish one single combo, which actually shouldn't be that difficult because my combos are really, really short, as I mentioned before. So let's actually just hang out here for a moment until he's done with this attack. Well, we don't even need to do that actually, because it's very easy to dodge in this arena. And then just get him. Just fucking get him. I don't care how. Bushido. I want a Bushido. Oren, help me. That's one. Remember when I had Ultima Weapon and Mickey? Remember when I had Ultima Weapon and once more? Yeah, that might have actually been useful in this fight, I'm not gonna lie. So, probably just gonna equip that again after this. Just straight up. That's the reason why I needed to have that. I didn't need to have that, but the game was nice enough to give it to me. That's not a good place for Sora to revive. Oh no, that's not a good time for Sora to revive either. Oh no. Oh, Bushido. I don't know if we can damage him. But it's worth a fucking shot. Please. I just need to hit you once with this. That's all I need. I can't do shit. I can't do anything. Learn! Oh man! I pressed learn. Mickey? Ah, no Mickey. Damn it. I think we won that fight, so I'm gonna cut ahead. Until we win that, this time with the Ultima Weapon. I don't know why Mickey keeps showing up so regularly, because it's supposed to be throughout the entire game. The first time at like certain boss fights when you die, it's 100%, and I think it goes down to 75, then 50, then 25. And from there on, it's always 25%. But I just got it 3 times in a row, which the first time is 100%. The second time is, if it's 75%, that's like, well, that's a 75% chance of that happening. But then, the time after that, it's a 50% chance. Which means that it's like 75% times 50%, which is like 30. That's like a 1/3 chance. Which is not that much. It's also not that low, admittedly. Anyway, I'm gonna try to deal a bit of damage with Bushido this time, just because we can't have Mickey do all of the work. And then I'll see you guys back in a moment to end of this episode after we defeat Zaldin. I think he can't hit me where I'm standing right now. I think this is literally a place to be invincible, so that might be good to remember as Sora. So when I become Sora again, which I will when I die, pretty much, I'm trying to get Zaldin down to like no HP before going back to Sora. This is the first Mickey save I've gotten, so it's actually pretty good. But it seems like he just can't reach me here, which is amazing. Okay, I think at this point we got him, because he's gonna go back into normal mode. I can Bushido, which should count as a combo finisher, in theory, right? Maybe? It does. We got a Shock Charm Plus for all that! Worth it! Very much worth it! That was a fun fight, not gonna lie. That was a fun fight. As cheesy as it was on my part, it was fun. You know what else is fun? Liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and maybe like leaving me a comment, because it's good for the YouTube algorithm. Next time we'll be doing more Olympus Colosseum, maybe? I don't know if I'll be re-randomizing. Can I actually? That's a good question. Can I go back to the world map from here? Presumably I can just go into a different world, right? Oh yeah, you definitely can. So we'll probably finish Olympus next time. Or maybe, actually, it'll be fun. No, it'll be fun to go into a different world every single time based on a randomizer. So we did Olympus today. We spent half an hour in Olympus, and the next time we're going to re-randomize again. And maybe we'll go into Olympus again, if that's what the randomizer gives us. But maybe we'll go into something else. Atlantica and 100 Acre Wood not counted, obviously. Until then, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you have enjoyed this video, which hopefully you have. I will see you all back next time with the Kingdom Hearts. Also, we have 5 drive gauges right off the bat. I did not realize that. But that means if we get final form, we can immediately use it, which is very, very useful. Thank you. I'll see you back next time. Bye.